What's the word? You're now tuned into the Bag Chasers podcast. I'm your host, Bizzantine The Copo. Let's get it. Now, I decided to do this podcast because, over the years, at the end of the day, people that gave out game to me. Over the last decade, they ain't gatekeep, they ain't, try to keep me from learning certain information. Like some people may do it, but when it comes to the dudes that's really, really winning and really, pulling the results and getting the success and all that, they ain't pulling no punches like that. And at the end of the day, a lot of times these dudes are like, uh, they'll like be open about it and like just be showing you. I don't even gotta ask no questions. They just out here doing what they doing, showing me the ropes, basically. Even if they ain't deliberately trying to do it, they not hiding it from me. So they showing me how to do things. They teaching me how to do things. You know, I'm soaking up the game. Uh, and that's why I'm like, the information that I got over the years, whether it's from people around me, people off the internet, rappers, whatever the case may be, might as well give that information back to people. You know, share my experiences, and, help people navigate through life and navigate through trials and tribulations, try to accomplish what they need to accomplish, what to look out for, and stuff like that. So here we are, Bag Chasers Podcast. Let's get it. Grind. Know what I'm saying? Okay, so we can start this podcast off like one topic, we want to touch on a few things as we go. Like everything ain't gonna be as serious as it need to be all the time. It don't need to be completely, oh my god, so serious about success and all that type of stuff. But one thing I had seen recently is not Larsa Pippen and Marcus Jordan. She said something like, "Oh yeah, me and my husband, we used to have sex like 100 times a day." I'm being exaggerative, but she like OD'd, right? But it's like, bro, how you gonna embarrass the new dude you with? I'm saying, like, I was all for them at the end of the day. There's some people that say like, oh yeah, she old, she messing with younger dudes, or whatever the case may be, yada yada. I'm saying, I was all for it. Like, get together, do you. But now it done come out months and months and months later. Now you on like a talk show and you damn near bashing dude. Like saying you had sex with your ex this amount of times, and you know it's just embarrassing because he a younger dude. At the end of the day, he wasn't in the NBA or nothing like that. And you really just that's y'all personal, y'all old relationship. You don't bring the past into the present. I'm saying you let that go. You let that die. Whatever the memories was, you ain't even supposed to even be still thinking about that. Even if the question came up, you supposed to like humbly, say something else like, you know, our sex life was, what it was, and don't even say it. Oh, it was crazy like that back then. Say something else like, oh yeah, it was what it was, and I'm happy with who I'm with now, and da 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 da. You don't embarrass young boy like that. And I get it. She might even be acting like that because she older, but either way, that's a flag on the play. You know what I'm saying? She wilding. She should have let that go. Bury that, and that's that. You know what I'm saying? But I hope they doing well now. I hope they had the talks, the conversations that they needed to have, because I'm sure like he definitely has something to say about that. Like that's not something that you just let rock. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully that's all good because that's crazy. But one thing I be touching on really on like TikTok too is New Year's, and I'm hoping everybody New Year's is great. I'm hoping everybody New Year's is going starting off at where they wanted to start off at, and we 4 5 5 months in at this point, and I hope you've accomplished everything you've needed to accomplish so far. And if not, I hope you've got a plan to execute and get things going day by day, month by month, and get it done. But we're in tax season right now, or tax season just passed. Uh, and all right, so a lot of people be excited about tax season. I was never one of them people. I'm an older dude now. When I was younger, like 15, 16, 17, 18, people get all excited about tax season. Oh my gosh, like they're expecting thousands of dollars. And some people did. Some people probably got it because they had kids or whatever the case may be. But, I didn't have kids and none of that type of stuff. So whatever money that I'll be looking forward to get, I guess, from taxes, let's say it's only a couple $100. Either way, even if it was $1,000, right? $2,000, right? I was never excited because at the end of the day, I could have been being hard on myself. I'm saying I could admit that. Know what I mean? But, I'm looking at it like, there's 365 days in a year. Like, you going through, if it's weekly, you're going through 52 checks, something like that. Or 25 and a half. I ain't it's not 25 and a half, but it's too much crazy math. But, 25, 30 checks throughout the year if it's bi weekly, right? But you're so excited about this one check. Like, this one check is about to change your whole life. And I feel like, at the end of the day, if not being arrogant either, but if you got everything together throughout the year for the 52 weeks, all the other months, whatever the case may be, and you got the money stacked, or you accomplishing whatever you need to, know what I'm saying? It's really more of an irritant to be like, oh, I gotta stop what I'm doing now, and I gotta go to file these taxes. Whether you do it yourself, whether you gotta go to somebody, you gotta stop what you're doing to go do it. So it's already irritating there. And then it's like, if you're already been stacked up, however much money, this is just like, it's like whatever, it's just like an extra check surplus at the end of the day. Yeah, it's cool to get. I wouldn't even call it free money, but I'd be like, it's money that they took, they just giving you back. So it's like, yeah, it's cool, but it's like I'm already situated. So, know what I'm saying? What is there to be really excited about? If you're gonna give me $1,000, $2,000, I already got five, I already got seven, nine. It's like, it's whatever. So, I ain't never really get the hype about it. I do get it though. Know what I'm saying? When things is rough and tax time come around, I get it. But, I'd encourage anyone and everyone to be, on their stuff financially. So by the time tax season come around, it ain't even that big of a deal. Like, I'm more focused about the other 50 weeks of the year where the money is coming in and trying to keep that. I ain't really trying to highlight a handout. I'm trying to highlight the other weeks of the year where, I'm really going to work, putting in this grind, getting it, and keeping whatever's coming to me within them weeks. You know what I'm saying? I figured that was more important than that one, I ain't even gonna call it a handout, but that one moment throughout the year. We could also talk about taxes and checks too. Like, at the end of the day, I get it. You know what I'm saying? The government taxes a lot, state, whatever. They take a lot out of the check, federal, state, all that type of stuff. But, you know, people be getting really upset because they looking at the pre-tax numbers. I was never one of them people to be looking at what I'm supposed to be making pre-tax. Like, bro, whatever this number say at the bottom of this joint is what's really important, is what I'm really focusing on. You know what I'm saying? No matter, I ain't gonna say no matter what the number is, but that's what I'm really looking at. That's what's going in the checking account. That's what's going to the check cash in place where I'm getting the cash back. That's what's really about to matter. Not the number at the top and they're taking out, 200, 300, whatever the number is. I never really was one of those people to really get upset about it because, you know what I'm saying? Like, what can you do about it at the end of the day? Like, you're not about to go, all you're going to do is complain about it, and, like, people want to argue about it with other people or have it just, like, as a blank, like, place argument or, like, something to talk about. Like, but you're really talking about nothing. Like, So I was never one of those people to get involved in those type of conversations. And even I've been around people where they're blaming you know people from other races and people that are you know maybe they got visas and they ain't supposed to be here and all that type of stuff, blaming them on the taxes and saying the taxes are going to them and all this other type of stuff. It's like, yo, bro, they may need the taxes at the end of the day. Number one. Number two, um, if they wasn't even there, like, taxes have been around for a long time, I'm assuming. I ain't really do the history behind it, but I'm sure taxes have been around for a very, very long time. So if they wasn't here taking the money for whatever it is, the government's still gonna take the money. It's like you're gonna blame this small portion of people about, oh, they're giving the taxes to this people, but at the end of the day, if they wasn't here, they'd be using it for something else. They still gonna take your money and do whatever it is that they was doing with it in the first place. So, you know, that's just the way I think about it. Like, I'm not about to even be worried about that. I'm not gonna stress about it. And I don't think people should in general, whoever you may be out there, because even if, you know, people with visas, people that aren't doing so well and they need government assistance, even if that wasn't the case, they would still be taking the money for some other type of, thing that they could utilize that money for. They're not going to leave the money on the table and be like, oh, we're going to give it to you. That's not happening. So I wouldn't even be stressing or, going OD about, oh, yeah, the government taking a lot of money from you. It is what it is, bro. Your money is the money that you have. That's at the bottom of the check. That's what's going into the account. And, you got to utilize that money to the best of your capability, regardless. Know what I'm saying? So that's that at the end of the day, I guess. And I get it. I'm saying everybody has the right to feel however they want to feel about taxes and people taking money out, what they're utilizing it for. It is what it is, man. But that's just on me. That's just my word about it. So, I'm not stressed about stuff that I can't really control like that. Okay. And I don't really like talking about other people like that. But we're gonna, this is just a couple of things that have been going on in the culture and the world in general nowadays. So we could touch on John Morant real quick. The young man. That's he lit. You know what I'm saying? He in the clubs, he popping bottles, listening to the music, he doing whatever dances that the younger guys are doing nowadays, flashing the hammer, the pistol. You know, at the end of the day, man, like, and I'm sure a lot of people have had things to say about Ja. I think it's died down to this point, kind of, but you know, and I get it. You're a young man, you wild, you know what I'm saying? Doing stuff like that. You got people around you that's doing stuff like that. That are probably supposed to be telling you not to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? If you reach for the hammer, they gotta be like, nah, dog, you gotta chill. Or, you know what I'm saying? They can record the video. Don't go live, record the video, but on like somebody else's phone. And that other person gotta be like, we're not about to put this out there. We're gonna keep this. This is our personal. We could put this in the hidden file, or we could I'm gonna just tuck my phone back in my pocket. We gonna act like this never happened. I'm gonna go home and probably delete this video in a day or two. You know what I'm saying? Let that blow over. But either way, man, it's like a young man, he getting money. You know what I'm saying? You're beating a lot of things in life. Like you're getting ahead financial wise, and you're getting ahead dream wise. Like you're in the NBA, you're a young man, making a bunch of bread. Um, and people don't really realize this. Like rappers are really the only successful gangsters. There's not really many people that are a successful gangster. And I just came to this realization not too long ago. And what I mean by successful is like, you get to like you don't have to necessarily change. And I ain't gonna say that's the problem with a lot of rappers nowadays, but you could also see that why would they change? Because they've made millions of dollars off projecting that image to the world. So it's like, yeah, rappers could do that. And at the end of the day, a lot of them, they may slow down. I've seen some that didn't really like that lately, but they have families and they're not really in the street like that. But when it comes to being in the regular world, like in the regular world where you're not famous, you know, there's an expiration date on it. There's a retirement date on being a gangster. And I'll say that specifically for like, you know, dudes are gonna get tired of it anyway, but dudes with kids, dudes that dudes with kids, dudes that I don't know why I keep burping. Dudes with kids, dudes that have women, maybe they'll get married, something like that. They're going to they're going to retire at some point. Like I really want to say, and I've been saying it for a while, like bro, by the time you're 40, it's over. And dudes that be in the street for that long or be that active for that long, for however long it may be, and I'll say probably by the time you get into your 30s, it kind of slow down or die down. I seen it from even when young, like yo, dudes would be banging. Like, oh, let's say I'm 15, dudes is in their 20s, 18, 22, all that type of stuff, right? They're gonna go to jail, do their bid. This is kind of long now that I'm thinking about it, but dudes go to jail, do their 10-year bid, 5-year bid, whatever the bids is. They might, go in, come out, still be active a little bit, but by the time they probably 30, in their early 30s, 32, 33, 35, 40, it's over. And by the time that go, they retired at whatever that that street life persona, whatever that is, they hang that up, and then they go try to do the right thing. And you end up getting a job, trying to take care of your family, trying to take care of your kids, whatever the case may be. And technically, if you want to be technical, they're behind now. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do this later on in life. They probably had kids for however long it was, and now they're trying to like catch up and try to do the right thing and fix broken relationships, do whatever jobs and get right. When you young, like if you young, you go to the NBA, you get a chance to skip all of that. Like I get it, you might not get to live your street dreams necessarily, but you don't have to. You know what I'm saying you get an opportunity to skip all of that. You don't gotta wave the gun and catch a charge, go in for 5, come back out, and at the end of the day, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna come back and then the team gonna be like, oh yeah, we're gonna bring him back. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how that go with the NBA. I know rappers sometimes can fumble a little bit, go in, come out, and still be rappers. I don't know if it's like that for the NBA. Know what I mean? And it's dependent on your body. So, it's a young man's sport. So, you just gotta be mindful out of what you're doing out there, because the way I look at it is, even when I was young, I look at it as like a waste of time. If you young and you go out and you start, doing what you're doing, catching crimes, catching cases, going in, then coming out, and then by the time you're 35, 40, you about to hang. Like I knew it wasn't a permanent, it's not a forever thing. Like at some point, you're going to have to be responsible. So it's like, you might as well just do that from the jump. That's kind of how I was looking in my head. Like, oh, y'all 25 and you retired. So it was like, should I even be wasting my time doing this or catching a bid and doing all this crazy stuff? You know what I'm saying? I'll wrap that up. At the end of the day, yeah, that's what I look at it as. You shouldn't be, out here trying to do that type of stuff when you already, you beat the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do 10 then come home and then try to do the right thing and you're gonna make pennies at the end of the day. You done surpassed that like 7 times at this point. You know what I'm saying? You could probably go out with your friends. You could poly with the rappers. All you gotta do is go out with the rappers. You outside. You got money. They got money. You know what I'm saying? Put your chains on, get bottles, pop bottles, do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And mob out. You know what I'm saying? And be who you are around people that are like that, but behind closed doors a little bit. Don't be on camera wilding out. But in general, you know what I mean? Keep your head on your shoulders. Keep focused on playing ball. You know what I'm saying? You should really be focused on trying to be the best you could be at the end of the day. Because if I'm on the court and LeBron on the court, LeBron, they say dude is like 38 playing like he 18. So to me, I'd be tunnel vision focused on I gotta be the best I could be. I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be in the gym 24/7. You know what I'm saying? When I'm out at the club, I'm thinking about, you know, I gotta be up to go to the gym at 4 a.m. to shoot 100 jump shots. That's the type of dude I am. When I'm in something like that, you gotta be focused, locked in, and lead the street stuff for the street dudes, and just be responsible. Try to live the best life you can, and enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy that time you got. But that's that. It was a little long, but it is what it is. We had all right. So I just seen this video online. This one dude fighting 3 dudes, right? They teenagers. They all in a classroom. Dude, like he probably like 5'11", 6 foot. This one dude. He fighting 3 guys. One of these dudes is like 5'5", right? But he not really initially squaring off with dude. Dude is like on the left. The dude in front of him probably his height, 5'11", 5'10", something like that, right? A little bigger too, right? So uh they're squaring up, they shaking. Dude got Crocs on. He take the Crocs off and he got socks on. They start squaring up in the classroom. The 5'5" dude, like, he act like he's squaring up and he like turns to talk to somebody. Dude hit him. Left hand. Cleaned him. When I say it was hard as hell, it was like, bro, like why are you getting up after you get hit like that? But he did. 5'5" dude ended up getting up. But he hit the dude, boom, hits the floor. Now he's shaking with the 5'9" dude. They getting in it or whatever. And they end up trying to jump him. But dude is holding his own the whole time. They're shaking, they shaking. The 5'5" dude is on his back, like hitting him or whatever. And you know how that go. You getting jumped. You don't know where this dude head at. And the swings is wild crazy. So he probably hitting his mans. The dude he trying to help, he probably hitting him a bunch of times. Because the dude probably ducking his head down in the other dude's chest. And they wilding out, right? And the 5'5" dude, bro, like, listen. If you get hit like that, just stay out the way. Let the other dude get his head up in, because you is not qualified right now. Right? So, whatever. They shaking, then they break apart again, right? I think a third dude jumped in too. Like they must have knew this dude, like, this is real beef. I don't know. Third dude jump in, he started hitting him, but I guess he hit one of them, the third guy. He peeled off. He out of here for the rest of the fight. So now the 2 dudes separate. 5'5" dude get hit again. Mom, like when he catches him by himself, it's like, yo, bro, just like you need to move away from this squabble. Like, I get it though. He got hot. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't letting his mans fight this dude 1-on-1 for whatever reason. Like, he must have knew dude, is like that. I don't know. But all right, so dude, the little dude, he get hit again. He keep bouncing up. I'm like, yo, bro, slide up out of here. Whatever. He's shooting it with the other dude, with the bigger guy that's his height, and he holding his own. Like they really rocking. Him and the other dude is like blow for blow, big man. They handling it. But the little dude just keep coming back, and at the end of the video, the little dude end up squabbing with him, but the bigger dude end up on top of the 5'5" guy. I don't know. It was a crazy fight. You should probably look that joint up. It was wild as ever. And on the topic of fighting, uh, Javante Davis and Ryan Garcia just fought. I didn't watch it yet. I'm about to watch it sometime this week, hopefully. But obviously from social media, which is horrible because it's like social media is like crazy, dog. Like they spoiling everything. This the snowfall joint, yo. All you see is spoilers on Facebook, Instagram. You damn near gotta log out so you don't get spoiled of what really happened. But obviously we seen the pictures, so we know, this is kind of the outcome at the end of this joint. Terrible. But yeah, the Javante and the Ryan Garcia joint. I'm into boxing a little bit, right? Like, I like boxing at the end of the day. But I'm not like up on it like I'm watching it all the time and all that. Like I see it, when I can. The bigger fights that I like, I like the dudes that's fighting. I'll pay and I'll watch that joint on camera. But this night I was doing something else. So I ain't get the chance to peep the joint. And I had spent a lot of bread, so I was like, I don't think I could do it right now. But yeah, at the end of the day, man, Javante Davis, I've seen him on a couple podcasts. I'm saying on not even just podcasts, just interviews in general. I've seen clips of him fighting. Um, and obviously I think he's like undefeated right now or something like that. And I've heard of him just knocking dudes out and technically fighting pretty often. Excuse me. Compared to Ryan, I've really known Ryan for being like, I've seen him like, not I haven't really seen him fight like that. I've seen him he goes viral for hitting dudes and like he got a nice speed plus whatever his power is. That joint be looking crazy when he be hitting dudes, big dudes too, and the abs crushing, Mom! Going crazy on the joint. But when you're doing that on the internet, it's completely different than going in the ring with dudes constantly. You know what I'm saying? Technically doing it for show. You know what I'm saying? I've really known him to be viral on the internet. And I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying, like, those two dudes going blow for blow is kind of like just from the rumors I get from Javante, you kind of could have bet on Javante. You know what I'm saying? I think I got friends that was like, oh, Ryan this, Ryan that. But at the end of the day, hitting somebody that's standing still while hard, even though it do look powerful, it looks crazy powerful, it sounds crazy powerful. It's different. You going up to somebody he hits crazy hard too, but he's also like he's probably more fine tuned when it comes to boxing, getting in the ring, sparring. You know what I'm saying? He's not really. I haven't seen him really frolic with no other YouTube guys. There ain't no videos I've seen like that. You know what I'm saying? I know him for straight fighting, nothing else. So, shout out to Ryan, shout out to Javante, shout out to them both. But we could have told that was gonna be Javante. At the end of the day, I don't even know why my friends was like, "Oh, Ryan" at the first place, because it's like, just look at, do your research. Look at how both of them dudes get down. And based off what I've seen, Know what I'm saying? Javante strictly boxing. So like Mayweather versus I don't even want to call never mind. Never mind. I don't even want to say that joint. Know what I mean? But shout out to them. I'm gonna watch it. It's probably gonna be a crazy fight. Uh and ain't taking nothing away from him neither. I'm sure he's a really good boxer in his own you know in his own respects. I'm sure he's phenomenal. But yeah, you know what I'm saying. Shout out to them both. Uh, okay, so we can go into this. Before we touch on that, I'm gonna touch on one little more playful thing before we get serious or something like that, right? So I seen another post another day. You obviously, we all on social media. I see posts all the time, right? But there was this joint, right? It was like a Bentley or something, a Rolls Royce, two-tone joint, split down the middle. I actually seen this a couple times on different cars at like car shows, but half of it was yellow, half it was black. I've seen Benzes like this too. Half is black, half is pink. What two colors would you choose? Because at the end of the day, choosing a color for a car is very difficult. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so many variations between exterior and interior colors, suede, leather, whatever the case may be. What colors would you choose? Personally, depending on the car and depending on the options of the colors for the car, usually the two colors that I mainly want to pick are black and white. So I'm going to do half black, half white. Unfortunately, you know what? I ain't even going to say that, fortunately. Because, at the end of the day, you could just park the car like sideways when you want to see a different color. So you'd be like, oh, yeah, I'm in the black joint today. Then switch it over. Oh, I'm in the white joint today. You know what I'm saying? When you walk out your house, you could just see that color real quick. I'm not really a specific color type dude. You know what I'm saying? I don't like the bright colors like that. You know, the bright yellow pearl joint. It's fire, but you know what I'm saying? Not for my everyday car. You know what I'm saying? If I had two and it's gonna be the one that's in the garage, all right, cool. Uh Silver and all that is cool, silver and gray, but like, yeah. But I'm not really a yellow, you know what I'm saying? I'm not that type of guy. Green. I did see one crazy orange Dodge Challenger before. Orange with gold wheels is the craziest combination you ever see, bro. Well, I ain't gonna say gold. It was like orange with bronze wheels. Crazy combo on a Challenger. Um, you know, uh, what's another color car I'd be looking at? I was gonna say this before. That BMW 3 Series, like pastel blue, is insane. I could do something like that. Uh, I don't know about everyday car. Maybe I would though. Feel like blue is usually fire, but even like like this bright blue, I can't really do that every day. It's not. I don't know what it is about the bright color cars. They look nice and all that, but yeah, even when they get scratched, oh my gosh, you'll be like crying on the inside. You get a scratch on that bright blue or bright yellow paint. But nah, the pastel blue is too insane to the point where I'm like, yeah, I might, know what I'm saying? I could slide that. I've seen a crazy brown before too, but whatever. What two colors would you get on your car? Know what I'm saying? That's my question to y'all. But me, I said black and white. But yeah. Now this is a quote that I done heard from another dude before where he's like, fuck your parents, right? And what he means by this is like, when you're 18, when you're young, 18, 19, fuck your parents. Because, when you're that young, he's basically going off the premise that, like, this is your time now. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're supposed to be doing something for you that's going to affect your life, for you that's going to be beneficial to your life. And a lot of times the parents get in the way, and they're trying to live their life through you. They're trying to um, use your success as their success, use your success as something to brag about, etc., etc. I'm saying there's like an ulterior motive for them to be trying to get you to do something that they want you to do. Okay. And, at the end of the day, you have to, when they're trying to make these decisions, you're the one that's going to have to go to whatever school that is. You're going to be the one that's going to have to go to do whatever degree that is. Like, let's say a parent is trying to force somebody to be a lawyer, to be a doctor. That kid is the one that has to go to the class. That kid is the one that has to study for it. At the end of the day, go to whatever school that is. That kid has to show up there. You know what I'm saying? They have to deal with the ramifications. They got to deal with the problems that are going to come with whatever that is later on in life. You know what I'm saying? Doing the job. Sometimes they don't want to do the job. Or the dude that I'm talking about, he was really primarily, and I guess it is to save relationships, because that's what you should want to do, save relationships with your parents. Um, kids end up resenting the parent. Kids end up, hating them or whatever, or they don't talk to them ever again. Stuff like that. It is what it is. Uh, and that's his main thing is and that's Gary V I'm talking about. His main thing is saving a relationship between the parent and the child, from what it looks like to me. And also, obviously, saving the child and, what they're going to do in their future and all that type of stuff. That's important as well. But me, I'm really mainly focused on, like, you know, the child. I'm focused on the parent too, but really, like, you are going to have to deal with those results. Like, you are going to be the person that's going to the classroom. You're going to be the person that is showing up for whatever that degree is. You're going to be putting in the work. So it's like, you should really, or the parents, and they should really be having a conversation and, letting it be known, like, at the end of the day, you don't want that to be a waste of time, because that's all it really is a waste of time. Because, they come out and they end up resenting you, hating you, or not doing that degree because it ain't had nothing to do with them. It has something to do with you. You know what I'm saying? We only got one life out here. There ain't no time to waste time doing stuff for other people. There ain't no time to, you know, go to classes that you don't want to go to at the end of the day, or studying a subject you don't want to study, or paying. At the end of the day, the bill is gonna come. It's not like it's free for a ride. If it's free for a ride, all right, cool. But that just makes it even worse. So yeah, parents had a conversation with your kids. Kids think about what you want to do early on, kind of a little bit. Uh, you know, have that back and forth of, you know, what you think the right path is for you. Because at the end of the day, you are going to be the person that's going to show up and doing whatever it is. That's your 4 years, 5, 10. That's yours. It's not your parents at the end of the day. So yeah, that's my word on that. So we're gonna talk about uh at the end of the day, I talk a lot about a lot of stuff from experience, and that's kind of personal a little bit. Like, that happened to me with the school stuff. And we're gonna talk about my first time going to VSU, right? And as I said, that it wasn't my plan, it wasn't my idea. I never took a tour for the school. I ain't do none of that, right? I was running around doing a bunch of other stuff. I was working there, not full time, but like part-time, and I think when we graduated, I was working full-time. I was stacking money up, you know what I'm saying, running around in my car or whatever, trying to like build it up and all that type of stuff. That's what I ain't gonna say it was what I was focused on, but that was gonna be the first step, and then my next step was gonna be, oh, I'm gonna go to some type of college around the way, or I'm gonna do. I have my own thoughts on what I'm gonna do with my life, right? But your parents storm in and they whatever. So they fill out the application for me. I'm not paying it no mind. I'm solely focused on what I'm doing. And this is in June. By the time August come around, I'm like in la la land when it comes to school stuff. I ain't even really know, like, like kind of oblivious, like naive. Like, oh, I ain't know, like, oh, going away to school, like, you gotta stay there, dog, and you gotta stay there for 4 years or a year straight. And I ain't know nothing about that shit, dude, if I'm being frank. Uh, so it's like, oh yeah, signed you up for school, this, that, and the third, or like we have conversations in passing, but I'm doing this other shit, so I ain't even really hearing what you talking about. So whatever, August come around, pick me up, pack all my shit, and I don't know what's going on in my mind, la la land, bro. Get in the car, uh, we driving all the way there, packed all my shit up, or somebody else did, because I don't remember packing a bag. I don't remember packing anything. That's how serious they was on me. Not me serious about doing this shit. They serious about me doing this shit. So like I said, I ain't fill out no application. We drive 8 hours. We get there, right? You know what I'm saying? When stuff like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when things are wrong. Like, as soon as I got there, like, I didn't see a dorm. I didn't take no steps. I ain't even get out the car yet. As soon as I seen where we was at, I was like, nah. As soon as we pulled up, brick wall over here, brick wall over here. This the entrance. We driving up. I'm like, nah, dog. This ain't it, right? It's just a gut feeling. Like, you just feel it. Like, this is wrong. Whatever. So we pull in, whatever. We do what we gotta do. Uh, I don't even remember how it really went like that. But we woke up to the dorm room. You see in the dorms, you see in the showers and all that. This is my first tour. When they trying to drop me off, when my bags is packed, is when they like, oh, well, this is where you going. Like, what you talking about? Excuse me. And mind you, I ain't never even looked into going away to school. If it was up to me, this wouldn't even have been an option. Like, what am I going away for? Like, I'm working. I'm trying to get this bread at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I could work and do something else, you know what I'm saying, to work on later, but I need to get this bag. I need to keep this bag coming because I depend on me, right? So whatever. They get me there, bring me up to the dorm. We on the third floor, dog. Listen. Like that's a red flag in itself. I ain't know now I know that that's a red flag, but man, that's a lot of stairs to be walking up and down every day, bro. Like, and multiple times. Like, even though I'm a library dude, like, once I leave this room and I'm going to the classes or whatever, I'm going to the library because I need to focus. I need to be quiet, and I need to just lock in. Like, I'm trying to get this done and do whatever I need to do and just be by myself, whatever. But whatever. Third floor joint. Get to the room. Know what I'm saying? I already feel like once I even got here, this is chopped. I'm trying to go home already. So, get to the dorm. Get to the dorm. Open the door. My mom with me. I think one of my sisters with me. I don't know. Maybe my aunt. Open the door. We meet the roommate nigga. And, you know, this dude is he's not straight, right? So that's like, I'm 18. I'm a fish fresh out of water at the end of the day. It's during a different time. Nothing wrong with gay people, whatever the case may be, but now I'm like, nah, this is another red flag. I'm trying to get up out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? What are we doing? This is my first time out, and we got, you know what I'm saying? It's a different type of lifestyle. Then, the dorm room, small as shit, bro. Like, I'm saying? I'm coming from a small bedroom myself already from at the crib. Now you about to have me in a little ass dorm room with little ass beds, and there's only like a little hallways length of room between me and this other dude, right? So I'm like, nah, like, I'm ready to go. Like, shit, my bags ain't even out the car yet. Let's just get me the fuck out of here. And it's a different state. Who the fuck, like, listen, there ain't nobody prep me about this different state shit where there's like no New York pizza, nowhere else but New York. Fuck out of here, dog. Slide me back home. That's another flag on the play. But whatever. We having that problem, right? So we go to the dean. We trying to get a room change. The dean nigga or whoever, the nigga that control the rooms and all that, he like, oh, ain't nothing we could do about it. Here's a book, right? And it's talking about like, I don't know, like sharing a room with somebody that's different than you or whatever the case may be. So this obviously ain't the first time this shit be happening, because if you got a book, nigga, that means you prepared, and this is like, a flag on the play that happens all the time. Because technically, he gave me the book. I never gave the nigga the book back because I don't know if I seen him ever again. So whatever. Give me the book. He saying shit to do. He could do about it. Give me the book. Slide out, right? And now these niggas is trying to leave me here. I'm fucking losing my mind probably. I don't remember. It was a long time ago. So whatever, we get up in this motherfucker. I get up in there, whatever. Move my stuff in, whatever. Dude cool. Shout out to him wherever you are in life. Know what I'm saying? We was cool for however long that was, that week or something. Because at the end of the day, when we was in the hallway after we came from the dean spot, we in the hallway, and shout out to my dude Matt, who's my roommate in the first like 3 years I was in college. She just, the first dude she saw, my mom saw, she just ran up on dude and was like, you know, running down on him. Like, oh, yeah, who's your roommate? Oh, we trying to change this, that, and the third, yada, 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 yada. Shout out to Mom Dukes for that, I guess. But, all right, so she ran up the dude. He was cool or whatever. He was in a towel at the time. Dude just got out the shower. You know what I'm saying? Like, mad uncomfortable. But she went up to dude, started talking to him. He just so happened to be a nice dude, because everybody not nice. And he was from New York. So it's like, we both in Virginia. We both from New York. How the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just turns out like that, right? So whatever. I ended up probably staying in that room with that other dude for like a week or something like that. So then I told you we had a little ass room. This dude had a big room. This nigga had like the corner hallway big joint. How the hell you get this big ass room? And I think his roommate didn't come yet, or he just never showed up. He was about to have a big like deluxe joint to himself. Sorry, bro. I needed somewhere to stay. So whatever. Like a week and a half go by, something like that. I end up moving in with him, rooming with him, and he cool. You know what I'm saying? And when I tell you, man, like I didn't, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, your internal compass is off, because I knew I wasn't supposed to be there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? So my internal compass was obviously off and like fucking dinging, alarms going crazy the whole time. But dude ended up cool. We was mad cool. We made it out of that place. We both didn't end up graduating from there. We ended up leaving at some point. Because it was, you know what I'm saying, we was in the room all the time. We go to class, come to the room, we be in there starving and shit. You know what I'm saying? And then ribs touching. Niggas is like, I'm like, yo, what you eating for dinner? This nigga like, oh, I'm about to just starve. I'm like, oh my God. And this is going on for like the whole like first 2 years or something like that. Niggas is eating air for dinner. Niggas don't got enough money for ramen. That's what it's looking like. Ain't no ramen noodles. There's no pizza stores around. McDonald's is like 30 minutes away, damn near. They serving slop in the fucking hospital. I mean, not the hospital, in the kitchen joint. Nigga, when I tell you the burgers, like, Like burgers are supposed to have. Well, granted, maybe it should have been. It was a little bit more healthy. I doubt it. But them shits was like fucking patties and water, and this is when they serving the joint to you. They serving it in like a puddle of water. Like, nah, bro, this is not jacking it, bro. Then the fries, I think, was probably something similar, like soggy. You know what I'm saying? Nasty joints. I don't know, man. Pizza, pizza was not pizza over there. Whatever pizza they were serving, anytime the pizza has white cheese, I'm not eating it, bro. My cheese gotta be yellow, yellowish red, and we gotta, you know what I'm saying? We got a deal. But if the pizza's white, even in public school, that joint, I understand it's cheddar, but if it look like it ain't cooked, I ain't eating it. So it was chopped on that. I remember even getting, I got a waffle. You know what I'm saying? It was a homemade waffle joint that you can make there. They give you like they got a little waffle maker joint. This probably in the second year. A waffle maker joint, and you could pour I think they had the little batter already out, and you pour it in the shit, and you make it, flip it all around and all that. Shit was still nasty. How you get a nasty waffle? What type of batter are you using that this waffle gross? But it was the best thing they had there. So I was dealing with it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you just put syrup on it and shit. Oh nah, I think the waffle might have been alright. I think the butter was like fucking gross, bro. And I could barely eat a pancake or a waffle without butter and syrup on the joint. But I think the batter was still probably nasty too, but it wasn't like you know what I'm saying? It was probably like a point down. Like if I get a 10 out of 10 at home, that shit was probably like an 8.5. So the waffle was alright. You just ex-nay the butter. Or you just tough it out. Like, cause I can't eat it without the butter. So you still spread that nasty shit on it, put the syrup on it, and just tough it out, bro. But we had a lot of nights where niggas was just in there starving, bro. Like it got to the point I sold my TV in there. Like you know how your parents have set you up. I didn't even have a mini fridge. I don't think. Not the first, the second year. I don't think I had a mini fridge. So I was up there, mattress. They got it came with the mattress, came with the dresser, and then I had the little TV, like a 32-inch joint. Shit was getting rough. You know what I'm saying? Had to sell that shit on eBay. And that was the beginning of my eBay adventures because shit was rough and niggas needed cash right now. Shit was crazy, bro. I don't even remember what the situation was with the ramen. Niggas wasn't eating ramen though up there. I eat ramen now though, for sure. I think I was just so fucked up in my head that I just wasn't thinking like, oh, he these cup of soups and whatever the case may be. And also you gotta remember, I was getting money at home. Not like I was selling drugs or I'm a millionaire, nothing like that, but I was holding it down. My hundreds, my thousands, whatever the case may be, you know, at the end of the day, yeah, I might have been starving to save money, but now we just starving to starve. Like, nigga, I'm not finna be doing this shit. So yeah, that was Chop. Uh, that was my first introduction to Virginia State University. That was my first experience with my bro. We got the struggle memories. It was cool and all. But yeah, the point was, you don't want to be in a situation like that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's controlling your destiny damn near. And it's not the destiny for you. And also, you don't want to be in a situation where you're getting placed somewhere and your internal compass is going haywire. Like as soon as you get there, I didn't see the first roommate. I didn't see him yet. I didn't see my second roommate. I didn't see the cafeteria. I didn't see nothing. All I felt was like, dog, this is not it. I'm supposed to be up out of here immediately. But I mean, had to tough out that first couple of years. Struggle, whether it's eating, whether it's schoolwork, because I'm not there. At the end of the day, that's another thing. If you get put in a situation that you don't want to be in, and you're forced to do this classwork, schoolwork, whatever it may be, and your mind is not right, you're not going to be able to perform 100% anyway. So it's really like it's a lose-lose situation. You ain't supposed to be put in that type of that type of situation. You should want to be put in a situation where your mind is at ease, where you can, do the schoolwork that things are going to be hard anyway, but you want to be in a situation where your mind is right, where you can, even if it's hard, you're mentally there where you could be like, I, you can get your work done, you know what I'm saying? Get your A's, your B's, C's, whatever the grade you is, so you could prosper and, complete the degree at the end of the day. Cause nah, man, that just wasn't it. Know what I mean? And that's my word on that, man. Thank y'all for tuning in. It's been a nice long chat. Bag Chasers podcast. Bizzantine The Copo. Follow me at Bizzantine The Copo. Follow the podcast at Bag Chasers. YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, everywhere. I'm going to keep telling more stories from Virginia State. And before I get out of here, I want to also elaborate. There was this little... I did say there wasn't no pizza. I don't think there was no bagels neither. Now I know that, there's Dunkin' Donuts probably everywhere. And Dunkin' Donuts can hold you down with the bagels if you out of New York. They're not going to be like the regular bagel store, but it's going to be the closest thing you got. Excuse me. And as far as pizza is concerned, bro, I had the nastiest pizza I've ever had in my life down there, bro. This is like my third year at this point. And we're going to close off in a minute. This is my third week in this joint out here. Third year. And I just so happen to be like, I'm going to go to this, whatever store this is, right? I go in this joint. I think I only order one slice of it because, trenches. Niggas is not doing well at all. I get more stories, but I go in here and get this slice of pizza. Shit like this big. Like it's small as hell. Like this skinny. Like this long. Little slice of pizza, right? When I tell you that shit didn't taste like cheese, it didn't taste like sauce. Who knows what that shit was, bro? Like, it was like, how they make pizzas with like chocolate and cookies and shit on it now? It's like one of those, but with like vomit on it. Like, what did you make this slice of pizza out of, bro? Like, why did you serve me this? You just took however much money I had to serve me slop on crust. Bruh, it just wasn't it, bro. I'm sure I probably had Domino's down there once or twice that'll hold you down too. But it ain't nothing like, the New York slices and the New York bagels and all that type of stuff, man. But yeah, I'm logging out. That's been my word for the day. Bag Chasers on all platforms. Bizzantine The Copo on all platforms. Holla at your boy. Grind.